Hopefully no raccoons come flying out at me. Morning everyone, welcome back. So we got a few things going on this morning. First thing I got to do, I got the forklift warming up out here. I got to move all this seed because I need to get the 8430 out, which is way up there. I need to get it backed up to the planter and see how much cable I need to extend that mercury switch. I also need to organize the seed anyway. I like to put all the soybeans in one spot and the corn in one spot. I'm gonna get this stuff moved around, get that tractor out. Got the 574 plugged in. It doesn't really like to start when it's kind of chilly. It's not too bad this morning, but I don't know, plugged it in anyway. I should have enough room to back this out now. I'll get the seed organized later. Let's see if this old girl will start. Hopefully no raccoons come flying out at me. Got the tractor backed up here, hooked up to the planter. I got a piece of cable here that we cut out of an old wiring harness for something that I used for another project, and this is what's left of it. I'm not sure if it's going to be long enough. Where can I stick you guys? Right here. So I'm not sure if it's going to be long enough. I got the ends on here. I'm going to hook these up and just see what we got. So there's my connector coming up. It goes to about there. My connector coming back goes to about there. Not a whole lot of slack in the line, but I've still got to splice a weather pack connector in here, so maybe I'll just splice it and leave a little extra wire, and then it should be long enough. Now if I can only remember what I did with that weather pack connector. Found it. So this has got about a foot on it. If I splice this in, it should give me enough reach. And then I'll have a nice weather pack connector that we can plug in and unplug when we unhook the planter. So, yeah, let's get going. Spliced. Mercury switch is plugged in. I got my Raven harness plugged in. I'm gonna go in the cab and turn it on and see if we got it working, I guess. What is that making noise? Yes, I know. Okay.
Run your increase or decrease.
That's what I'm doing.
Here it goes.
It works. So those two are on-off valves for our liquid fertilizers, one for each side of the planter. And now that we got that mercury switch in there, once it does its thing, it'll open and close those when we get to the end, so we don't have to flip the switch every time. So we were having some technical difficulties. I was looking at this mercury switch wrong. There's a little ball of mercury in there that rolls back and forth, and I was thinking it had to roll to the end to make contact, but it has to roll to this end to make contact. So we had our switch backwards. Once we figured that out, I think it's gonna work. So got this done. I think we're gonna get this tractor out of the way and maybe work on the spreader next. I need your guys' help with something. So I showed you that this wheel is crooked. This torsion arm right here is bent. It almost looks like somebody tried to heat on that, but do you guys have any ideas of how to straighten that? I really don't want to have to buy a new axle, and I don't know. I don't really know how I can do it. I can't really get anything in there. I don't know how I would get it in a press to even try and straighten that out if I took the axle out. So maybe you guys have some ideas. That's a pretty thick chunk of steel. It's probably about the size of a 2x6. So it's gonna be pretty solid. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas. I'm gonna get this thing backed up to the shop so we can get this thing working. Maybe we'll pull it out in the field once we get the chain on and just make sure everything works. So hopefully this will get us going. We got a sprocket stick right here. We got a new chain wrapped around it. I'm hoping that's all we need. Yeah, I'll have to space it out.
I might need to use the longer one. I can put a washer on this side and then,
Yeah. Should work.
might end up buying another one from home. Buy one for here and just have it, the spigot.
Yeah.
Pretty damn close. Remember, it gets tighter.
Oh, it's touching. Yeah. That would work, but
We need to take what? Raise it back up. Take out a couple links, or should we just go one at a time?
drop it off and see. We could, I'm sure we could take 2 out, be fine.
Oh, come on, get in there.
Does it need one more washer?
No, see,
Oh,
it's hitting this edge
oh, I see.
and it's making it tip.
Yeah. Flatten one.
Yeah, one probably.
So we gotta flatten one of these washers. It's hitting this edge right here and making it want to tip up. So I think if we take one and grind it down, should be good.
Better.
Yeah, that looks better.
Still a little bit, but I think the bar's bent.
Yeah,
How's that?
that looks better. So we're gonna be running this thing at 1,000 RPM. So we're gonna have to swap this belt over to this pulley. You can run it at 540 or 1,000. It has a 540 PTO, but we're adapted. But I still want to be able to run it at 1,000 RPM. That way I can get the tractor up to the right speed to actually get something done. So we'll have to get this loosened up, pop that belt over here. On.
It's moving, but I don't know which direction it's trying to move.
Let's see it, wrong way. I don't know if it's seized up.
Well, this is pushing it back. Is it going back?
if you need to loosen that.
It's got to be loosened. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this freed up.
Okay. We gotta loosen that bolt and it's stuck, so I'm gonna back up to the shed. I think we're gonna have to put some heat on it.
I think we have one of those. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna
Stay.
Yeah. That's stuck. I need to lube that up. What is this side? Because it's worn against. So the story I got on the spreader was they found out that torsion arm was bent and the upper management decided they were just going to get rid of it, but they must have let it sit for a few years before they decided to actually get rid of it. So this PTO was sitting up in the air catching all the rain, and I'm sure it's just all rusty in there and stuck. So Leah, come here. Didn't catch it on camera, but Dad hit it with a hammer and it finally popped loose. So we're gonna get it all sprayed with some slippery stuff and see if we can get it sliding good. There we go.
This one's about empty.
Got it. Out here in the field and see if this thing works. Get out and look at it. Spinners work. Got the floor chain engaged. See what happens here. Looks like it's moving. So I was trying to think of a way I could make this have a hydraulic shutoff. The spreaders that we use from FS, they have a hydraulic drive wheel that actually presses against the ground wheel. Yeah, that's kind of nice. You can turn it off when you get to the end. So I didn't know if I could put a cylinder on this clutch mechanism and just use that for turning around on the ends. I would still want to disengage this chain to go down the road, but yeah, so far it looks like it's gonna work. So Dad's over there unhooking the fertilizer spreader. We're gonna hook it up to this thing. It's liquid citrus applicator, more new equipment. We're trying to become more self-sufficient. So FS has applicators like this that you can use, but we've kind of run into the issue that they don't get maintained real well and they don't do a very good job. So we decided to just get our own. That way it's our problem, we maintain it. If something's wrong with it, it's on us. So we're gonna get this thing hooked up, unfolded, get everything, all the wires run, make sure it's working. I'm not sure if I want to put water in it yet to test it out, because who knows, the weather could get cold again and I don't want it to freeze. So get it hooked up, move to the shop, and go from there. Dad's working on getting our two-way radio in there. We still haven't put one in this tractor yet, so he's getting that in there. I got brake control harness hooked up and we tested everything. All these valves work, flow meter works, so that's good to go. I'm gonna go through and figure out what hoses are what. This thing's got 4 sets of hoses on it, so I'm assuming one is raise, one is the main fold, one is the outer wing fold, and then one is the hydraulic pump back there. So they were just kind of tied up for transport, so I got to go through and figure out what's what. I think I got everything figured out. They should be in the right SCVs. I don't know if they'll have to be switched left to right, but after Dad gets done doing what he's gonna do, I'm gonna unfold this thing, figure out which direction the pump needs to go, and yeah, see if this thing works. That's 2. Try 3. Are they the right? Are they right? Like left to right?
One's up and down.
Okay.
2's the main outside wing.
Okay.
3's the center wing.
Okay. But they're right, left, and right?
Yes.
Okay. So I just got to put 2 and 3 and 3 and 2.
Yep.
Okay, we got to flip some hoses around. Got everything unfolded. I'm going through and getting everything greased. I think that's about all we're gonna do for today. It's kind of looking like it could start raining, so we got a pretty good amount of stuff done today. Waiting on our meters to get back from a precision dealer. We can put this planter back together. I'd like to pull it outside and clean it up a little bit. We got an oil leak over there by the markers that I would like to try and figure out. This thing didn't need a whole lot. Basically ready to go once we get the meters back in it. Got this tractor hooked up, tested everything. Foot switch works. I don't know if I showed you guys that. Put a foot switch in there to run that Raven. That all works. We got our Mercury switch on here. Got that all hooked up in the tractor. And yeah, just moving along. Finally had a nice day, couple days to work on things. Hoping for some more nice days. Chance of rain tomorrow and later in the week. So just doing things as we can. But anyways, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.